Money. Is it true that money talks? I'm here to tell you that it does, and it's time for you to start listening. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 79 called Money Talks. For 3 reasons. Number 1, it obviously helps you get what you want. Number 2, it can help you get what you want for a cheaper price. And number 3, it also talks to you, and you should listen, about telling you to reassess where you are and how much you've been spending. So first and foremost, money obviously gets you what you want. If you're a collector and you have thousands of dollars to spend or tens of thousands and your budget is unlimited, clearly you can just buy and go ahead and buy whatever you want. No look at the cost, doesn't really matter. I kind of pride myself on being I would call a broke collector for the majority of my collecting life. I'm finally working and I kind of have a full-time job-ish. And I'm making enough money to spend a bit more, but I need to save now even more. So there's always a time to save money. If you're a collector though, and there's a really rare item like this Just Go 30th Anniversary N64 console, and you see another collector with it, I found a few collectors, I think the original one was Jim Hensk, who had this console, and I was prepared to offer them a lot of money, much more than what it probably would have sold for on eBay at the time, just because I really want to get it. So if you want to get it very quickly, maybe you want to consider spending a lot of money for an item if it's maybe for Christmas for yourself and it will really make you happy. So if someone offered me thousands of dollars for this console, I would obviously sell it. I'm not a lunatic, and yes, money still speaks to me that way. Number 2, it obviously can help you get you a better deal. When you're offering money, sometimes people will give you a deal. I just went to one of my local retro gaming shops, and they had a big stack of games. They had quite a few new GameCube games in. So I picked up Tony Hawk 3, Sonic Gems Collection, Sonic Riders, Sonic 2, which is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Shadow the Hedgehog, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, even though I obviously had it, and Fire Emblem Awakening, because a lot of people were harking on me to pick this up. I just hadn't got around to it yet. So there are 7 games, and the price tags of them were roughly $10 each for most of them. Sonic 3 was a bit less. And Fire Emblem, they were asking $20. I simply went up to the front and I said, if I offer you $50 cash, would you accept it? And they said yes, and they took my offer of cash, even though they sell pretty well. So just in doing so, the total of those games would have been $80 plus tax. I only paid $50. Sometimes sellers in stores, sometimes sellers when you're at a meet, prefer cash to a trade. So if you offer cash, you never know. Sometimes it can give you a better deal. Number 3, you should listen to when your money is talking to you and when your wallet hurts. Have you ever made a big purchase and kind of regretted it and looked at your bank account and almost cried? These are a lot of Wii games that I bought, I think a month and a half ago, in a very quick succession. So I spent quite a bit of money on these. Yes, it was a deal, but I bought over 20 Wii games, I spent hundreds of dollars, and it made me reassess and reevaluate, especially when I looked at my bank account. I noticed that all my bills, I was missing a lot because, of course, I spent a lot on games. So listen to your money. It does speak to you. It can help you in 3 cases. Obviously, if you have a lot of it, you can always get what you want. But you could also get a better deal, and your money is usually screaming at you when it's in pain because you spent too much. So reassess where you're at. Just make sure you're comfortable with what you're spending. Thank you very much for watching collecting tip number 79. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And remember, as always, game on.